So Viz, let me ask you guys a question. JR, Viz, Hank, if you had to get advice from another woman, probably just bend their ear for a second, maybe perhaps on something woman related. Are you going to talk to your mother, your sister, your female cousin, or are you going to a female friend to have that dialogue or discussion, or someone who is a member of the opposite sex that you're in community or proximity to? Like, who are in your tribe are you talking to?
Me personally, I would potentially talk to a close female friend.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know with my fiance that may be an issue, maybe not, but I've been transparent since day one with with the female friends that I do have in my life, where I've introduced them, had them come out, hang out with us. We went hang out with them to where it's clear and evident that this is just my close friend. I've always been big on loyalty, on family, friendships. If I tell you I love you, that's for life type deal. So I tend to appreciate those type of relationships. So I made sure right through the gate in Chicago, I know a shitload of people, and a lot of people know me. So I let it be known through the gate, just like I think Louise said, how hey, some people I'm gonna introduce you to, some people I'm not, some people I don't even remember their fucking name. You know what I'm saying? So if you do see them out in the street, just know that this one is good. I don't, this one sketchy, whatever, type of deal. But I think a lot of things just can be prevented with transparency. Uh, and then real quick, I will say to Kelly's part,
Come on, you gotta
I,
land
I
that plane, Vic.
no, I do agree with Hink, but I think that Kelly, what Hink is really saying, and I get it, you can defend yourself, but as your man has the intention of not even putting you in that position in the first place. So I think that's more so the approach, because I do agree with Hink on that. Um, but
On no male friends.
if if this male friend isn't like a family friend, like your mama, what I'm saying, know them on a first name basis, then yeah, I'm kind of
Like the friend you can call for advice, the female friend. If she's not like that, then
I mean,
then
those female friends have met my family. Them female friends met my mother, my family,
okay,
brothers, sisters.
okay,
So
yeah,
yeah.
okay. So where, where's the problem?
So
I,
if the male person, a friend that she's referring to, if he's met all the family members and everybody, is he a go? Your opinion, Viz?
if he knows all of the family members and he's passed the test, then yeah. I mean, I don't. Again, if she's going to go, she's going to go regardless. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing that I can do about that. Even if I do say no, you can't be friends with him. If she's attracted to him and she's just keeping him around just in case or whatever, she's going to do that regardless. So at that point, you just got to make the decision that either you're going to deal with it or you're going to walk away from it.
Okay, well, what Hank said was that his woman is not allowed to have male friends. Period. That's what he said. You said that it's okay. If you had a problem, you would reach out to one of your close female friends, right? So I'm asking, if I had a friend, would he be okay? If I mean, could I be able to reach out to him like you reached out to that woman that you can confide in, that's not your wife? So that would mean that you don't agree with him, because then that would mean that she has friends and you have friends too.
So and that's you're right. You do got a point.
Oh, okay.
But that is why me personally, I tend to go after women that don't have male friends like that. So I don't even
Do
be
you
in that.
think that's an
So
insecurity thing? Because you
No,
have
Welcome back
female
to the
friends.
dark side, Viz. No, Kelly. Welcome back to the dark side, Viz.
I'm not going on the dark side. You're out of here.
let me ask you guys a quick question. Let me ask you guys a quick question. So when like obviously for Hank and Viz and for those who are married are in a covenant, when you're having dispute with your partner, right? And you're not agreeing on something or you had a heated moment and you both kind of need your space, right? Who are the people that you go and talk to, you know what I'm saying, about it, who could be a sounding board, right? What I tend to hear at times when the women go and talk to their female friends about the situation, those female friends naturally have their back. And then when the man goes talk to his male friends about that same situation, those men have their woman's back, right? Because the women are champion behind that woman in that relationship, and the man are also championing behind um that man in the relationship, right? So nobody has the best interest of both parties, right? It's like, okay, it feels like one sided. But when you have a core of female friends, right, who understand your relationship dynamic and understand you as a friend genuinely, they'll hear you out, but they'll also have the they'll also have the man's back and see it from his perspective, and the man will also hear you out and have the woman's back from her perspective, right? Because they're also married and they're also in a relationship, so they see things from the other person's vantage point. So like that, you have two sides who are aiding and sort of supporting the opposite sex, but also supporting that relationship, therefore that marriage. When you have two groups or two sides that only support one or the other person's voice feels like they're being stifled and they're not being heard or they're not present. And what tends to happen, and I hear this at times too, and I've had conversations with this with other men, those other men then go seek that other friend who is of the opposite sex and tell her everything what's happened. That like, man, I don't feel like I'm being heard. I don't feel like I'm appreciated. This happens, etc., etc. What do you think happens over time? This is why work husbands exist. It's that consistency of that person, of always seeing them, being in the same space. There's a level of familiarity. There's a level of comfort. You confide in that person. Little by little, romantically, those people tend to kind of be more attractive over time, right? I forget the name of it, but there's a name for it. Fuck, I can't come up to it. But anyway, and you wonder why those people end up in the situations that they ended up. It wasn't intentional. It's just that how things got funneled and how that relationship was handled, especially during those volatile moments.